Hey, remember that time last week where some people were in my comments section telling me over and over and over and over again that BLK Prime tweet was fake? That BLK Prime tweet was falsely advertised and published by a fake Twitter account? Remember that? And remember on some other people's content creators' channels that stated that the whole tweet wasn't even true and the Twitter account was fake? Well, see, here's the thing. In the video that I published last week, I basically stated that it doesn't matter basically if the Twitter account was real or fake. Bottom line is, what we needed to know and confirm was whether it was true that some of the undercard fighters who competed on December 10th, Terrence Crawford versus David Avanesyan's card, were paid or compensated or not. Well, it is official. Right in the season of giving, the holiday season, that is, that BLK Prime did give the money to the undercard fighters who were fully compensated. Yup. Well, it wasn't like they gave the money like right after the fighters fought like last week or the week before that. No, the fighters actually just got paid a few days ago this week. So even if the Twitter account that was falsely, quote unquote, published by a fake person under the guise of BLK Prime, what was true is that the undercard fighters had to wait nearly 8 days to be fully compensated. And they were. This week, they were fully compensated. Now, many of you may not know this, so let me say it again. And I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I am a professional boxing manager, licensed in multiple states in this country. Let me tell you a quick personal story. Well, it's not really personal, it's really business. That's really a business experience. How about that? Let me tell you a professional business experience. There it is, Manager Marty. True story, true story. I was representing a fighter long time ago. Won't reveal the identity of the fighter or any other participant involved. Okay. And a fighter competed, professional boxer. He competed in the ring. And right after he got out of the ring, he received compensation. And when he received his compensation, it was unsatisfactorily provided to him. Why was it unsatisfactory? Because when the fighter evaluated that check and he looked at the check, well, the check was compensation, but it was only for half of what he agreed upon in the contract that he signed. Well, what happened? I mean, he performed in the ring, but when he got out of the ring, he wasn't fully compensated. So that fighter came to me right in the middle of the event. Event still going on. We're all in the crowd. I'm sitting front row. He comes to me. He says, Manager Marty, the check that I received only had half of my money. What's going on? What happened? Where's the rest of my money? I looked at the check personally, and I knew instantly we had a problem. That's right, Houston. Houston, we had a problem. So me being who I am, I went to the promoter And I asked the question. What was the question? I showed the promoter the check. Would the problem be? That's the question. My fighter signed a contract to be paid this particular amount, but yet he's being compensated for half of that amount that he signed the contract for. Would the problem be? Well, needless to say, the promoter didn't understand what was happening. So I said some other choice words to the promoter. It was respectful. I would say someone may interpret that as some of the words I said were distasteful. I didn't have to use profanity. Most of you that don't know me will know and learn. I really don't have to use profanity. But I told the promoter in no uncertain terms will we tolerate this egregious act. I don't care what the issue was. I don't care if it was a clerical issue or if it was done intentionally. I know one thing. Y'all better pay my fighter the money that he's supposed to be fully compensated, or we gonna have other problems. And it wasn't a threat. It wasn't. I can assure you it wasn't a threat. It's just business. But we got to straighten out business, because I take pride in being good representation in this business on behalf of fighters. So I went to the commissioner, basically told him the same thing I told the promoter. Nonetheless, when the contract was provided in person, in the presence of the commissioner, to my surprise, the contract had the same amount of money signed, sealed, and delivered that was on the check. How can this be? Well, because I take pride in good representation and good instincts as a boxing manager. I made sure before we got to the venue that I dotted my I's and crossed my T's. And then I provided evidentiary documentation. And guess what happened? The fighter, the professional boxer, was fully compensated on the spot. Hey, let's just say this. We chalk it up as a clerical error. The moral of the story is good representation, good management is always important in the business of boxing. Man, y'all go ahead now. I'm Manager Marty. Wait, I can't just leave like that. That was whack. That was corny. I can't leave like that. Hold on for a minute. How can I know how to leave. I know how to exit this video. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.